This has been the best 7-day period I've ever had selling vintage toys on eBay. Welcome back, I'm Joshua Tatsui and I run a vintage toy store. I buy, sell, and collect vintage toys. Before I get into what's sold, I'd like to share one of the cool items I come across that hasn't necessarily sold. This is a Harley Quinn animated series 1992 little statue figure. It is made by DC Direct. It is a maquette. They made 2,000 of this. This one unfortunately is cracked at the heels. It's like a porcelain figure. It's cracked. There is wire on the inside, so it still stands. It doesn't look like it was glued or anything. And this specific statue was actually signed by the voice actress Arlene Sorkin, right here. And now on to what sold. Up first is the Botsmaster action figure made by Toy Biz. This one is from 1994. This cartoon ran in the 90s. Each series, or each cartoon, had a 3-minute segment that was in 3D, which can't imagine how good that was in the 90s. This one is brand new, fully carded. The card is in great condition. The bubble looks great. And this one went for $20. And here we have a 1995 Barbie Fashion Avenue outfit. This is a purple dress with faux fur and a purple high heels. It is brand new in box from 1995 and it went for $15. Up next we have an authentic military paratrooper bag. This one, it was used by the USA. You can see the US very faintly inked there. Very small little bag, heavy duty canvas. This bag, when I found it, had a Canon AE1 film camera in it, but originally it was a military bag. Up next are 4 of these vintage lead toy soldiers made by Britain. These are the Lancers lot. They all are on horse and have these lances. This is probably 1930s, maybe earlier. Comes with the original box actually. It doesn't have the artwork cover on it and everything, but there's 4 of them. These are actually pretty damaged. The paint is pretty good on these. But yeah, made in Britain. Up next we have a 1997 set of Pez magnets. They're all about 5.5 inches. This set is brand new, sealed with the cardboard backing in amazing condition. This one went for about $12. Right here we have a 2-gallon Red Wing stoneware crock pot in amazing condition. It's very heavy, it's very big. Red Wing stoneware, very collectible. A lot of places display it. This one for $120. And I actually remember buying this from a garage sale for $5. Up next we have a Hasbro's Transformers Grimlock. This is one of the Dinobots. Grimlock is the T-Rex and one of the more powerful Transformers. This one's not a vintage one, it's a modern Transformer. It's all plastic. Went for about $9. I also wanted to share some things that sold that are not in hand because I shipped them out already. This first one is a 2001 Slideshow Frankenstein figure. It went for about $65. Next one is made by Playing Mantis. It is the Abominable Snowman. It is about 12 inches big. It had a soft furry fur on it. It went for about $20. Up next is a Monogram Classics Phantom Mustang F51D. This model is very cool. It is a 1/32 scale, but why it is so cool is the exterior of the model is clear. It's transparent, so you can see inside to the engine workings that you put together in the model. It is a vintage model, rare, went for about $110. The box looks great, whether it's a shelf piece or something they're gonna make. Very, very cool. Up next, we have a couple of Lego things. This one is Carnage from the new Daily Bugle set. This one went for $7.30. He is basically brand new, never used, just not coming with the set. Up next is a Lego base plate. I was surprised when I saw how much this one went for. It went for $40. It is the World City Coast Watch set. I don't believe it actually goes with a specific Lego set. It is more so just a raised base plate that they sold. Up next is a DVD set of the Young Justice episodes. I believe there's like a season and a half, maybe 2 seasons, with, you know, a Justice League DVD and another Young Justice movie set. Went for $20. Here we have a graphic novel, The Hulk. Went for $16. Have a huge collection of graphic novels up for sale. Not huge money makers, but very cool things that people collect. Right here we have a Doctor Who DVD set made by BBC in the UK. This is the Lost in Time set. It is a 2 DVD set with the sleeve, great condition. Went for about $18. I have sold off a huge collection of Doctor Who DVDs. I am nearing the end of that collection. Only a few left. Here's a Forza Motorsport 5, Xbox One, limited edition, tin case, video game. Went for $16. A couple more things that have already been shipped out. Right here is the 7th Voyage of Sinbad X Plus Cyclops figure from 2001, and it went for $100. Up next is something that I think is very cool. It's straight from like the TV series. It's a handheld, like life-size toy version. It is a Star Trek 1992, The Next Generation toy phaser. This one is unfortunately not working, but it still went for $13. Here is a newer Marvel Legends, the Hulk, first appearance of the Hulk in the Galactus series, and he went for $30. Up next is a vintage 1987 Tamiya Clodbuster truck. This is the shell for an RC car. This is about a 1/10 scale. This one had some lights on the top that would light up, but it was also in terrible condition. It had cracks, huge crack actually on the side. It still went for $38. It is vintage, you can't find them anymore, and the 1/10 scale cars are very expensive because they are, you know, customizable, you build them. Here we have a Cubs DVD set. This is 4 of their most historic or significant games. This sealed set went for $50. So this was made before the Cubs won the World Series. Before that, it had been nearly a century, if not more than a century, since they had last won a World Series. But it went for $50. Pretty cool. And now we're going to move on to the train segment. This year, I bought and sold a lot of trains. And so these videos have been heavy on trains. They won't always be. This year just happens to be a big train year. I'm not going to do all the trains this time. I'm only going to do the very high-end, high-scale trains. These are the HO scales from the Pecos Rivers, the Oriental Limiteds, the Key Imports, the Coachyards, the Anther and Genesises. Most of them are locomotives. A couple of these do happen to be passenger cars because they are nicer end passenger cars. So we'll go ahead and get started. Up first, we have 2 Coachyards. One buyer bought both of these, and for both of these, costed over $100. Kind of crazy. The first Coachyard is a 1938 baggage City of San Francisco and City of LA Streamliner. This one is painted. It is in great condition. It is actually in new condition. Looks great. Beautiful box. The way I decide if it's new or not, you look at the wheels, see if there's any wear on them. These wheels have no wear. It's also in mint condition. Brand new. This next one is a 1938 HO scale Nob Hill observation passenger car. It is a COSF, or a City of San Francisco passenger car. Up next is a Pecos River brass locomotive N scale. This one is a Santa Fe. It is a 462. That is the wheels on the bottom, I believe, and it is a 3400 class. This one is a rare one. It went for $450. It is in great condition. I have sold many Pecos Rivers before. I have sold many bulk deals worth $400 or $500. This one individually is worth $450. Up next is an Oriental Limited N-scale locomotive. This one is a Union Pacific Modern 4664, and it is painted. Amazing condition. I must like the number 450 because this one also sold for $450. Up next are 2 Hallmark models. I did not mention Hallmark at the beginning. Hallmark is also a very high-end, upper-tier train set. I really love the number 450 because this also went for $450. But right here is an N-scale locomotive, AT&S SF. This is a 484. Again, these are in crazy good condition. And this one is also rare, hence why $450. Up next, we have another Hallmark models. This one is an HO scale CNW, or Chicago and Northwestern locomotive, numbered 1049. This one went for $125. It is not in the same condition as the ones we just went over. This one's more pre-owned. Still a great train, great condition, $125, just not the minty new condition. Up next, we have the Ethereum Genesis set. This one is the Santa Fe F7A, F7B Phase 1 trains. These ones are HO scale. These boxes are in like mint condition. The casing is in amazing condition. These are Santa Fe's again. Beautiful trains, went for $200. Again, with Ethereum Genesises, the box is beautiful. I love this statement, as close to real as it gets. And that's exactly what these trains are. Besides being, an 87th of the actual size, they are very real looking. Up next is a couple of Key Imports branded trains. This one is a Union Pacific Light 282 locomotive. It is an N scale. Again, great condition. And it went for, wow, $450. Up next is another Key Imports, another rare locomotive. This one is a 484 Northern. It is an N scale, and this one actually went for $500. This one also was sold as new. It's in amazing condition. The wheels have no wear on them, no use on them. And that is it for today of what I'm going to share with you on what sold on my vintage toy store. If you liked this, please watch more. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.